The story begins with a man named Charlie, who works at the CIA as a cryptographer. His life is normal and stable, and he lives happily with his wife, Sarah. Both of them are very happy together, and everything is going well in their lives. During this time, Sarah tells Charlie that she has to travel to London for work. Hearing this, Charlie becomes a little worried. He wants to stop her from going, but due to the situation, he cannot. So he reluctantly allows her to leave. After that, Charlie goes to his office and starts his routine work at the CIA. There, it is revealed that he works in the analysis and encryption division. At the office, his close friend Bear also works with him. During this time, Charlie makes contact with an unknown source named Incline. Incline tells him that some senior members of the Special Activity Center, including a man named Alex, are planning a dangerous drone operation that looks like a suicide attack. Charlie does not take this seriously and ignores the information. The next day, Charlie is called to meet the director, Samantha. Samantha informs him that his wife, Sarah, has died in a recent terrorist attack. Hearing this, Charlie is completely broken and immediately leaves the office for home. After a few days, Sarah's dead body and her personal belongings are handed over to Charlie. Seeing his wife in this condition, Charlie breaks down emotionally, but despite his pain and grief, he decides that he will take revenge on those responsible for the attack. After this, he starts his own investigation. During his investigation, he finds a piece of footage that shows 4 people were involved in the attack. Those attackers first took the people there hostage. Sarah showed courage and tried to escape, but the attackers killed her. The entire incident took place near an airport, where the attackers had come for a weapons deal. Charlie takes his findings to his boss, Alex, and a senior officer, and explains everything in detail. But their reaction makes Charlie feel that they are not taking the case seriously. This makes Charlie suspicious that they may already know about the plan. Charlie is very intelligent, with an IQ of around 170, so he quickly understands every small detail. He works as an analyst at the CIA and is able to analyze complex situations easily. In the end, Charlie decides that if he does not get support, he will continue the case alone and seek justice or revenge by himself. Sarah's death pushes Charlie to a breaking point. In his mind, he decides that he will go to any extent to take revenge. After saying this to himself, he leaves the office and secretly begins collecting evidence against his boss. He starts downloading data from different systems and saves everything into his personal ID so that no one gets suspicious. Later, Charlie goes to a bar near his house. There, he notices an old CD machine. Seeing it triggers an idea in his mind. He immediately returns to the office, gathers some important files, and goes directly to his boss. Charlie tells Alex straight away that he knows Caleb was also involved in the terrorist attack. He now has strong evidence against all of them. He puts pressure on both Alex and Caleb, threatening them that if they do not support him, he will leak all the evidence to the media, which would destroy their entire reputation. Charlie clearly states that he wants revenge for Sarah's killers and demands proper training. Hearing this, Alex agrees and sends him to Henderson for training. At the training camp, Charlie is taught combat and survival skills. It is discovered that Charlie is very skilled in bomb making, but he still hesitates when it comes to using guns. Seeing this, Henderson mocks him and says that this weakness is exactly why he cannot protect himself properly. While Charlie is busy in training, Alex and Caleb search his house and office. Their goal is to recover any hidden evidence Charlie may have stored, but they find nothing. During their investigation, they check CCTV footage and spot Charlie at the bar. There, they see a USB-like device or box that looks suspicious to them. They immediately assume that the real evidence must be hidden inside it. However, when they retrieve and check it, they find no data at all. It turns out Charlie had completely bluffed them. Meanwhile, Henderson arranges a fake passport and a new identity for Charlie so he can move freely across countries. After Charlie leaves, Henderson receives a phone call ordering him to eliminate Charlie. But Charlie is already one step ahead. He has installed a tracking and monitoring system in Henderson's phone, so he hears every call and conversation. Charlie quickly escapes and heads toward Paris. Henderson fails to stop him. Once in Paris, Charlie chooses his first target, Gray Chain. He starts monitoring her movements and even learns lockpicking to reach her apartment. He breaks into her house to search for evidence, but he does not get much time as Gray Chain returns unexpectedly. Charlie tries to kill her, but he hesitates to pull the trigger. Because of this hesitation, he fails and escapes from the scene. Later, he learns that Gray Chain has been admitted to a hospital. As soon as he hears this, Charlie secretly reaches the hospital and begins planning his next move. Charlie takes advantage of an opportunity at the hospital and secretly enters Gray Chain's room. He slowly tampers with her oxygen supply system and inserts a pipe into it to harm her. But Gray Chain is not weak. She quickly realizes what Charlie is trying to do and manages to save herself. A brief struggle breaks out between them, after which Gray Chain panics and runs out of the room. Outside on the road, she is so terrified that she runs without looking, and a speeding car hits her. Gray Chain dies in the accident. Charlie quietly picks up the phone that falls near her body and leaves the scene, continuing his journey toward France. Later that night, Charlie is in a bar when he suddenly spots Henderson. He immediately realizes that Henderson has come to kill him. Charlie tries to divert the situation, but Henderson understands his move. Henderson tells him that the past cannot be changed. Charlie stays alert and creates a small explosion in the bar's bathroom, using it as a distraction to escape. After this, Charlie secretly contacts Incline and asks for help. Incline decides to support him and tells him to come to Istanbul. Charlie travels to Istanbul, where he meets Incline in person. She provides him with a safe house where he can hide. Incline shares her past, explaining that her husband was once an officer in the KGB, but he was accused of murder and later died. Since then, she has been living alone. Together, they begin tracing the locations of the remaining attackers. Meanwhile, Samantha starts becoming suspicious of Alex's activities. She feels that something serious is going wrong. When she confronts Alex, he does not give her clear answers. This makes Samantha realize that Alex was behind sending Charlie to Henderson. She understands that Alex first trained Charlie and now plans to eliminate him through Henderson. The scene then shifts to Madrid, where Charlie is tracking a new target named Mishka. He reaches a luxury hotel and learns that Mishka spends time alone at a rooftop swimming pool. The pool is made of glass, with a highly risky and unique structure. Charlie speaks with Incline and plans to use a device to break the glass structure and eliminate Mishka. After preparing the device, he approaches Mishka and tries to extract information from him. However, Mishka is extremely clever and refuses to reveal anything. Frustrated, Charlie loses control and smashes the glass structure of the pool, which leads to Mishka's death. After this, Incline warns Charlie that Henderson is tracking him and that he must leave immediately. As Charlie tries to escape, Henderson suddenly appears in front of him. The situation becomes extremely tense, and it seems Charlie is finally trapped. But at that moment, an agent sent by Samantha arrives on the scene. A fierce fight breaks out between Henderson and the man who arrives to protect Charlie. The clash becomes extremely intense, and the situation turns highly dangerous. Charlie wants to help Samantha's guard, but remembering Incline's instructions, he decides not to interfere directly and leaves the scene. Meanwhile, Caleb begins to realize that someone is secretly supporting Charlie. He starts a full investigation to find this mysterious helper. After some time, Caleb discovers that Incline is the one helping Charlie. When they trace her location, the signal points to Istanbul. Based on this information, Caleb sends his team to Istanbul. They directly reach Incline's safe house, but Charlie and Incline already sense danger and try to escape. At that moment, Caleb's men spot them and open fire. During the attack, Incline gets shot. Charlie tries desperately to save her, but it is too late. Incline dies from her injuries. After this tragedy, Charlie is emotionally shattered. He now fully switches into war mode against his enemies. Soon, he tracks down Elise and discovers that she is hiding in Romania. Charlie agrees to a fake weapon supply deal in order to reach her. During this time, Charlie uploads his image into a software system. When Caleb and Alex review CCTV footage, they believe Charlie is present in one location, but in reality, he is misleading them. Taking advantage of the distraction, Charlie reaches Elise directly. He initially mentions missiles, but in reality, explosives are already planted there. Charlie threatens Elise, warning her that if she tries anything clever or attempts to escape, the bomb will explode. Frightened, Elise reveals everything, including the name of her boss, Schiller. Charlie receives another shocking revelation. Schiller does not live on land. Instead, he operates from a ship hidden in the Baltic Sea. After learning this, Charlie leaves the place, but Elise is already trapped in his setup. When Elise tries to escape, the explosives detonate and she dies on the spot. Meanwhile, the CIA also realizes that Charlie has deceived them. The next scene shows Charlie arriving at a port where he begins observing Schiller's guards. During this time, he unexpectedly meets Bear. Both old friends are happy to see each other, but Charlie quickly refocuses on his mission. He continues closely monitoring Schiller's ship and activities. Soon after, an unknown man approaches Charlie and takes him aboard Schiller's ship. For the first time, Charlie comes face to face with the real killer of his wife. Sarah Schiller tells him that he knows exactly what Charlie did with Caleb and Alex. He provokes Charlie and puts a gun in his hand, telling him he is weak and will never pull the trigger. Charlie remains silent, but suddenly the ship begins to drift off its intended course. The captain tries to regain control, but the situation is rapidly spiraling out of control. Charlie takes control of the situation, leaving everyone shocked and confused. He tells them that he has hacked the entire ship system and that the vessel is now heading toward the Gulf of Finland. On land, the police authorities are already on high alert. They have complete intelligence on Schiller, Alex, and Caleb. As soon as the ship arrives, the police immediately launch an operation and arrest Schiller and his entire team. During the same operation, Alex and Caleb are also captured and taken into custody. In this way, Charlie ensures that all the enemies responsible for Sarah's death are brought to justice, and his mission is finally complete. After everything is over, Charlie meets Henderson one last time. Any remaining tension between them is finally resolved. In the end,